Well, hey there. If you have joined us for our Abide Challenge, we have two different options this year, as you well know. And the reason we wanted to do that is because we wanted to give you an option to read through the Bible, and that's really important. But we also wanted to do this guide right here, 90 Days in the Gospels, an in-depth study guide. And what this does is it helps you sharpen your thoughts in terms of how to get through a Bible reading. And the way that we decided to help you is I wrote a small little introduction to the book a long time ago, and I hope that was a help to you, just to kind of let you get your bearings about where you are in each particular book. And then after you get through there, each chapter, you will go through a chapter. So I've got Matthew chapter 1, and you can write down your date there, and then Matthew 2, the next day, Matthew 3, the next day, and so forth and so on. So every day is a chapter, and instead of a multiplicity of chapters, but there is an exception. So while it's easier on the reading, it's also a little more difficult. Now, if you notice that there is a summary, a key verse, key concept, and then how can I use this today? What we're looking for is application. But the Abide Challenge, where the challenge part really comes in, is when you're trying to summarize a passage. So in Matthew chapter 1, you really have the story of Jesus Christ. It starts off with genealogies. So you could write something like starting with the genealogies of Jesus Christ, and then getting into the way that Jesus was born to this earth. A key verse, man, that could be whatever has stood out to you, what you thought was interesting. A key concept could be that God came down by way of Jesus Christ. That's as key concept as you can get. And how can you use this today? Well, that God loved you so much that he sent his only son to come for you. And that is significant. How do you use that today? Well, just understand that you're loved today. And it really can be that simple. Where this differs from other Bible challenges and other devotionals is that you might have been expecting me to write down everything for you and explain the passage to you and give you a devotional concept. And that's not bad. There are all kinds of things out there. But really, I didn't want you to just consume what other people said about a passage. I wanted you to be consumed with what God spoke to you about in that passage. It's really easy to just kind of pass off our Bible study to someone else, and they help us. And if that's something else that you need, we can probably recommend you some resources. And I might do that later on, I don't know. But I will tell you this, that there is an extreme amount of value in getting into God's Word and lifting out of the passage a meaning from the passage for yourself, having you write that down, and then the blessing it is to have a record of it. I'm telling you, being able to journal, and I've got several journals over here in my library that I've written from front to back. I just filled them up. It's so valuable to me to be able to go back and read those things that were spoken in my heart by God's Word, and then getting to see in real time how God has shaped me and changed me. And you just can't do that very well where you have a Bible study that somebody else does the thinking for you. And you're just getting the fruits of their knowledge. And again, there's a time and a place for that. And really, that's kind of what I do every Sunday, is I as I distill a bunch of information and give it to you, what you wouldn't have time to do in an in-depth Bible study, I do for you on a Sunday, and I'll condense it down to about 40 minutes so that you can write down some key concepts. Well, what if you started to be able to do that for yourself? Preaching is important, and Bible teachers are a treasure. But friends, I do want to say that God intends for you to be a student of His Word for yourself, and that's how this is designed. Every day in God's Word, writing down valuable truths for you to consume and to digest and really to keep with you all day, and then even to hold as a memorial of how God spoke to you throughout this 90-day process. I think you will see a tremendous amount of growth if you give yourself to the discipline of writing God's truth for yourself. Hope this was a help to you. And God bless you. And thank you for doing the Abide Challenge with us.